Okay, so for my experiment, what I will need are 2 spoons, 2 cups. Naturally, it's going to be the same cup. For 1 cup, you will be filling up extra virgin olive oil, the other cup water, and the last thing you need is ice. Each cup got 2 tablespoons of ice from in here. Okay, now in this cup right here, we'll be filling it up with extra virgin olive oil. Just until the ice is fully submerged. And next we'll fill it up, this one with water. Just until the ice is fully submerged. And now we are going to wait approximately 1 minute until we will stir for 30 seconds. The time is 8:43 right now, and we're going to wait till 8:44 to stir. My hypothesis is that the water will melt the ice faster because water does have lower density. As well, water also has a lower viscosity, so the ice is able to move around a lot more in the water than it would in the olive oil. So that means the faster it moves, the more heat it can produce within the ice and within the water itself. Okay, it is now 8:44 and we're about to stir both of these simultaneously for 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So now we're going to take this one out, and I will say that even when I was just stirring this water compared to the olive oil, it was almost more difficult to stir the olive oil than the water. As you can see in the video, the water within the ice was moving way more freely than the olive oil was. So we're just going to wait another minute, and then that will be the end, and we'll call stop on it and see where we're at. Okay, we have waited 1 minute, and now we are going to try to do our best to strain these and to see which one was melting faster. So the first one we'll be doing is the ice, and already you can already see that this is almost all water. So we're going to try our best. This is our water spoon, and we're going to be putting in this little container right here. And we're just going to try our best to strain all that water out. Try to leave the ice in there. Okay, there we go. So already that was quite a lot of water. This is where our ice is at now. It is barely covering the bottom of that right there. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, it's barely covering it. So we're gonna go ahead and pour this water into a different container just so we can maybe see the difference. So that's the amount of water that we lost. Now we're gonna move on to the olive oil. We're gonna take the olive oil spoon that we used right here, and we're gonna drain out the olive oil, try to keep some of that water. Whoa, oh, we're losing ice. So already, obviously olive oil is a lot more thicker, but olive oil is obviously a lot more thicker than the water already, but just seeing something about it seems like it has a lot more thickness to it almost. So this is the ice now. So if we want to take a look at that real quick. So this is the ice of where we're at now. Already, if you're looking at that ice, well, if you could do your best, it's still almost looks like the same size as the normal Chick-fil-A Chicken Express ice. So we're just gonna grab some right there, and let's go ahead and dump some of this this is the olive oil ice, just about the same size, and compared to our water, that's the water one right there. Let's go ahead and grab a few more. Yeah, look at that. Just a tad, a bit smaller, but almost the same amount. Yeah. So the reason why I stirred for 30 seconds was because I wanted to see if it would help the extra virgin olive oil and ice mixture melt a little faster, and I saw that it literally did not do anything, but it did help the water go by faster because of all the heat. It was just a little bit more difficult for the extra virgin olive oil to want to melt the ice a lot more quicker. So the independent variables I had were the different types of liquid, which were water and which was extra virgin olive oil. The dependent was the times that I was using to melt the ice and stir the ice. I was able to have a controlled environment because I used the same amount of cups. I measured the water and the extra virgin olive oil to make sure I used the same amount, and I both did 2 teaspoons of ice in both of the cups. So the observation I made was yes, ice does melt faster in certain types of liquids. My question. The reason why I decided to stir both of the cups simultaneously for 30 seconds was because I wanted to see if it would help the oil or the extra virgin oil at all in the melting process. In conclusion, I found that it did not help at all, didn't even make a difference. I also found out that water will always melt the ice faster than oil for multiple reasons, even if both liquids are at the same temperature. That was my experiment using the scientific method, and I hope you enjoyed.